Welcome back to the Kingsway Podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here with Ryan.
Yes.
And we had a conversation earlier today. I think it was very enlightening. And you just said we've been deep diving into some good subjects.
Yeah.
But we need to take a break, and we need to hit some lighter stuff. Not saying that today's content is not meaningful and justified to you to listen.
It's going to be very valuable, but it won't be like 17 miles deep.
3 atonement theories deep. Although that is a great podcast, and I highly encourage you to go check it out.
If you're interested in atonement theories, episode 50.
And I want to whet your appetite for an upcoming one that we're working through. We have mentioned on this podcast multiple times last year when Jed and I were doing it. We had multiple people on. We talked about it several times. The Chosen.
Yes.
And it is a series walking through kind of early church stuff with Jesus and his ministry. And it is so well done. And I think bone, flesh, like breath of fresh air when it comes to understanding kind of the gospel movement of kind of who Jesus is in his early ministry. And so what we are going to be working through is kind of watching some of the episodes and then showing our kind of first initial reactions. Now, it won't necessarily be my first initial reaction because I've actually watched through it, but you have not seen it.
I've never seen it.
So if you're watching this and you're like, I've never seen that before, it would be fun for you to either go check out The Chosen. It is free on the Chosen app. Or you can wait for these episodes, watch the episode, and then come and join the podcast. So as you watch the episodes, you can check out episode 1 reaction. And I think we're going to try to walk through all of them. And that will kind of be what we'll do.
That's the goal.
Kind of, around, the summertime here. I don't know. It may not be 8 in a row or, obviously there's a second season now. So, but that's exciting. That kind of lets you know where we're kind of going. And
yeah, I'm really excited for it. If you've never seen The Chosen or don't know anything about it, from what I hear, again, I haven't seen it. Trevor has. And you're going to be coming on this journey with me as I see it for the first time, episode by episode. But what I get is that, like, if you're a person who loves all the Christian movies that have come out, Fireproof and Courageous and whatever, you'll like this because it's a Christian show. It's about Jesus. If you're not a person who has enjoyed any of those, and this is not me talking, this is people from my experience who...
That's me.
If you feel like you don't like them for quality reasons, you think that they're not up to the same standard as other movies, this will also be for you. It's a really, from what I've heard... all secondhand. You tell them.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you're hitting the nail on the head because I am that second category. I'm the person that, like, I watch Fireproof. I watch, Killing the Dragon or whatever it is, like Facing the Giants. And
Remember the Titans? I don't know which one it is.
Facing the Giants. It is.
Okay.
It's Facing the Giants. But I watch those and I'm like, the message is solid, but it just feels like a really, really well done, like, stage drama on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Like what I feel on the few things I've watched in that vein, it's like all the plot items are just really convenient.
Yes.
Like this guy just showed up.
Cookie cutter.
This is not a great Christian movie, but the remake of Left Behind with Nicolas Cage, I remember there's like a conversation, some dialogue that was so bad.
Yeah.
I almost walked out, and not from like
a theological, it's just the production side.
It was I think Nicolas Cage or somebody else getting out of their car to go to their house or to the house of somebody they knew, and this little kid ran out to the car to meet them, and he was like, "Hey, this is that baseball glove that you got me for my 12th birthday. Remember?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, no kid has ever talked like that."
Dude, well, what's fun and to bring you back, because I think you're dang right to get on your horse and talk about this for a second and get on your soapbox. What I love about the show, I watched the last episode that has been released last night.
Yeah.
Like, I got in the shower, I put it on my phone. I have this special little shelf off my window that I can, like, watch it while I'm in the shower. It's like my favorite thing to do is to watch something like that. And it was like, I like get just sucked in, man. And I'm like, I watch a lot of different things in my day. Like, it's hard for me to be entertained in that way anymore. And they have done it. And then I'm like in my bed, like getting ready, and I'm finishing the episode. And it almost always leads me either to like pray, to think differently, or just like legitimately, like I call it the Ryan Defoe, but like so true.
It's so true.
The tear. I mean, it's just like, how did that happen? And I know I've mentioned it before because we talked about The Chosen, but it just hits home. So stoked about that to go on the journey. Go check it out. It's 100% free. You can watch this right now. And you can get it, type it into Google, The Chosen. You'll easily be able to find it.
Yeah.
So that's to whet your appetite. But today, because we want to take a little bit of a lighter path, but to interest you, you might have already read the title of the podcast.
Yeah.
So you're like,
I
know where we're going.
An ASMR on sweeping floors. Come clean the church with us.
Some of you just turned it off because I did that. All right. Now, here's the thing. We are going to make a podcast playlist. And we're going to make it for the summer, and we have some specific parameters. Mainly, we're going to create a playlist. We might do a different one that's not what I would call like necessarily uplifting Christian songs. Songs can still be fun, give you a good funk and boogie.
Yeah.
And I like lots of different types of music. And some of y'all like the twang, and others you like the funk. But today, we're going to give you that uplifting, Christ-centered playlist. All right. So Ryan had this great idea. I was like, let's list some songs. He was like, let's just physically make a playlist.
We're going to make a playlist right now, and we're going to call it
the Kingsway Podcast Playlist.
Yeah.
Booyah.
Kings 'S Way Podcast. I think Kingsway Podcast Summer Jams.
Oh, yeah.
Summer Jams - Kingsway Podcast.
Okay. There you go.
There we go.
I like it. So here's how this is going to work. We're literally just going to start listing off and talking through and rabbit trailing this sucker to give us like as many songs as we probably can. I'm hoping we get like 10 to 15, some good songs. And I want you to comment. I want you to leave comments. I want you to put some stuff like if you like this so that we can get stuff, share it. And, obviously subscribe if you're not subscribed. Yeah. But we want to try to create this, and we can, obviously you can add songs and do whatever. But we're going to try to get a playlist going. So, let's just start. Let's just get this going. Do we have any songs that you currently are like, this is the song right now that I am playing, uplifting, blah, blah, blah?
I don't know if I have exactly that song, but I have a song pretty close. So there's a worship artist group that's been coming out and been about as big as Hillsong and Elevation and Bethel.
Is this the Maverick one?
Yep. Maverick has a ton of just standard, heartfelt, awesome songs that go from a 0 to a 10 and just like make you cry immediately. But they do have one song that I would say is a lot more of a summer jam, a lot more of a banger. And it's called "Man of Your Word," and it's just hip hop.
It's really good. So
are we gonna play these into these mics?
I don't know if we can. Can we technically do that? I think we can. We can give like 10-second clips or like.
Yeah, for educational purposes or something like that.
Yes, to bring put us all on the same page.
I'm gonna play a absolutely random 8 seconds of this song into this microphone. Here we go. We have this confidence. That's all the lyrics you need.
I love it. Song number 1. Now remember, if you like miss the song, you're like, oh, I want more. We're putting the playlist in this. So like as we're making
playlist
this,
will be linked at the bottom.
Like we're doing this, and you need to, so mine is Psalms Volume 2 by Shane and Shane is what I've been running to. I've just been running to. Now you might want to just listen to the whole album. Like I'm not kidding you. The whole album.
That's going to be the whole.
The whole album is phenomenal. But Psalm 63 is Better Than Life. Yeah. It is absolutely one of my favorite songs on this. And so I'm just going to run there. I'm going to go random clip. I don't know where this is going to be at. The whole song's flipping good. But here's a random clip. This is Better Than Life, Psalm 63, Volume 2 of Shane and Shane.
Is that more than 8 seconds?
I don't know. I might have blown it. All right. So that one is like, that's in there. It's in my head. And it's got this like, It's got this great flow. It brings me back. It's got some nostalgia in it, in the sense of just like the way it sounds. But Shane and Shane, man, their like harmonies are just so incredibly full and awesome. So I highly encourage Shane and Shane's album, but check that out. Psalm
That is
63.
an incredible album.
I love that album. I really do.
I'm really fighting myself to not pick any like slow reflective songs because I have
I understand.
Of course,
I
there's
understand.
a trillion of them. This might be a contested song on here, but I like it. Sharon doesn't love it, but I like it a lot. It is the only Chris Tomlin song that I will put on here. Normally, I don't. Normally, that's just like the safe version covering somebody else's song as of the past like 5 or 10 years. But he made this song based on Psalm 23.
Okay.
And the last verse of that is, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. So he made this song called Goodness, Love, and Mercy. And it's a totally fun, fine song at the beginning. And then it gets a little gospel-y at the end.
Ooh.
So this is straight from the middle. I'm hoping it's the end and he just tags it or something. But here is 8 seconds of this.
Bring it.
That wasn't the part I was hoping for, but it's a good song.
I like it though. I mean,
you
can
can't
just
say
tell.
I don't like the words.
Because you're like, you can't say that. You have to take that up with the Bible. All right, you can't do that. There's a lot of people that I could run to when I start to think about fast songs, when I start to think about like what I want. But King and Country is definitely one of the ones that I just really enjoy. I enjoy kind of that old school kind of feel. They have 1,000 songs, I think, that I would, or not 1,000, but at least like probably 10 to 15 that are probably worth your time. But I really enjoy No Turning Back. There's a few songs that they have on their album that I think are really, really good. I want to make sure that I don't play I just want to play the actual song. So let me just get to it. Oh, come on now. There we go. There's so many things on YouTube that I'm looking at that are like commentaries and like the live versions. And I don't want that. The live version. I want this. So.
Put it right over the mic.
Anyway, very, very good, catchy, kind of a light, fun one. If you have some kids, I think you'll like it. And it's got a good flow, and the chorus just really, I think it slaps. Yeah. It's good. Really, really good. I know we're running through this fast, but I want to get to a few songs.
We want to make this playlist.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. My next song is from an artist that I think has never made a bad song. Maybe I've just not explored his music enough. It's a guy named, let me see if I can say this right, Chris Renzema.
Ooh. He's written a lot of songs.
He has written a lot of songs. I haven't found a bad one yet. I love everything he's done. A lot of what he does are like he'll take a biblical character like Jacob or Moses and write a whole song from his perspective. Or he'll just relate to God in a very psalm-like way. But he has this one song called Springtime that I think, honestly, Summer Jam. Yeah. If we're talking about summer jams, that's got to be it. So I'm going to play this from somewhere randomly in the middle. You get 8 seconds. That's an arbitrary amount of time. Okay,
Yep.
Here we go.
You're the living water. God, we thirst for you. The dry and the barren will flower and bloom.
That's all you get.
I like it.
It's a jam.
Dude, I like it. I hadn't heard that one before, and that like I'm like, all right, now like I need this playlist. I'm ready.
What was your last one? King and Country.
King and Country, No Turning Back. There are a lot of King and Country songs out there. I really like a lot of different ones.
What album was that on?
I think it's Run. I think it's Wild and Free. I think it's on Wild and Free. I could be wrong. We will find it though. Don't worry, we will find it. My next one, it's a little bit of a throwback to us 90s kids, but it's also, I think, one of those that, like, you forget how good it was. And so I'm going Reliant K. And
Oh yeah,
and I'm going Be My Escape, just the classic.
that is
It's
such
such a good song, right? I mean, it's
Ah,
just
I
such a
wasn't
good
going
song.
that way.
It's such a good song. So like I want to just try to catch you a little clip here. Anyway, super like chill, really fun, kind of got an upbeat rhythm to it, but definitely uplifting, definitely something that I find changes my mood, kind of pulls me back in. Has obviously some nostalgia attached to it for me, but also I think just has a good message. Really fun to listen to. Really fun to listen to.
That's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
I
have so many songs I want to say right now, dude.
I'm gonna pick a song.
You are?
Okay, here's my song that I'm picking. I led this song at a high school camp last year. And it's from probably one of my favorite Hillsong United albums that's come out recently, which is I think their last one. It's just called People. It's their live album. And it's the last song on the normal one. The deluxe one has like every song acoustic after that. But it's just such a fun, jumpy, like camp song.
Yeah.
It's the best. Okay. It's called Echoes Till We See the Other Side.
Ooh. Let's go.
That's 8 seconds.
Dude, I love it.
No more.
I love it. I love it.
You didn't even hear all the awesome words.
No,
that are in
but
it,
dude, I
whatever.
could just tell there's a lot of energy in it. And in
Yeah.
my mind, I'm like, some of those songs, I need some energy. And I hate that sometimes I don't have enough songs in my repertoire
It
to run
reminds
to that are
me
energy.
of the only times that Jesus allowed a mosh pit in my life.
You're like, totally appropriate. Punch somebody in the name of Jesus. Going back to my repertoire, because I have to stay there. One of my favorite songs of all time, is by a band named Switchfoot, and it's called Awakening. And it's definitely one of those songs that like flew under the radar for them because it really didn't get the popularity that I think it deserved, but it has just such a good heart. So this is only 8 seconds. I wish I could play more. Anyway, super good song, super classic, kind of got like a, not necessarily a worship song feel, but the heart of it. I think John Foreman is one of the best lyricists of probably the last 30 years in Christian music.
Yeah.
And he's phenomenal. And so he's the lead singer and writer for Switchfoot. So that is Awakening by Switchfoot.
I got that in there. Okay. So far,
How
we
what?
are up to 8 songs.
Oh, we are killing it.
What's the goal?
We're
12
slaying
or
it.
15?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Let's do 15.
Let's do 15.
Let's
I
do
was going to say 15 or 16 because that way we each have 8 picks, right?
Yeah. I feel like we started off with a little more like corporate worship kind of songs, and we've gone to like what you'd listen to in your radio.
Yeah. No, and I think you can go back and forth, and that's what I mean. Like what we're listening to has a positive message. It has Christ at the center. There are themes in these that are going to be. There's nothing in this you couldn't play in front of your kids. There are nothing in these that you couldn't put on around anyone that would be offensive. And in anything, it's going to change or uplift your attitude or keep you in that solid state. That's the goal of these. Like you're not fighting against anything inside these songs. And it really is just to put something on that maybe you're like, hey, I got that Saturday morning, we're all laying around, or it's that we're on the way to the camping grounds, we're somewhere.
So it's not as bumping. It's normally like just chill songs. It could be whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can, and I think what I'm hoping is people go down the rabbit holes of this, right? They listen to one artist and they're like, I want to check out more by this person,
Now that I know for sure that that's what we want to do, here's my next song. I think it was in Planning Center, which is what we at this church use to plan our services and use have resources for our songs and whatever. It's called Not in a Hurry by Will Reagan and United Pursuit.
Such
And
a
it's
good song.
it sounds like Josh Garrels, which, by the way, that's going to be my next pick.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like it's on vinyl. His voice sounds like he's on vinyl.
Oh.
He's in vinyl in real life. Anyway,
He's real life vinyl.
here is something at 1 minute and 27 seconds in this song for 8 seconds.
Oh, it's such a good song.
Oh
Dude,
my gosh.
I love that
Didn't
song.
get anywhere in that song. It's so slow, but
I love that song.
Oh,
That
it's
is one of
such a
those like I
jam.
haven't listened to that in forever, and now I'm listening to it
Yeah.
before this day is over. I'm like 110%. I'm gonna flip the script and go like so backwards from where you are, but I feel like that's what this is. I'm going Lecrae and Andy Mineo.
okay.
And I'm going rap. I'm secretly like a really like rap R&B is like at the center. I played you Boys to Men Mama this morning,
Yeah.
and you hadn't ever heard it, and I was like, I danced.
When
to-
you said Mama, I was like Bohemian Rhapsody. Mama, ooh.
I was like, this is my wedding with my mom. Like, how could you not know this? But here is Andy Mineo and Lecrae's song "Coming In Hot," and this is just a fun song that my kids and I sing, and it's just a rap kind of R&B, silly, fun, uplifting song.
I feel like pot. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
Anyway, it's super silly, super fun, and it's lighthearted, and
Yeah.
both of those guys follow Jesus, and I really enjoy their music. So it's kind of like one of those, like, maybe you've never heard them before, and safe, healthy, uplifting, fun stuff.
Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of like Christian rap, especially when I was in high school and everything.
Yeah.
It's between them and Thousand Foot Crutch, which
Mhm.
made my mascara run down my face.
Yes.
My black nail. I'm kidding. I never did that.
Dude, you're so
Nothing
funny.
made me feel hardcore like
Uh-huh.
Thousand Foot Crutch Phenomenon and some random Christian rap artists.
Yep.
Like, my mom doesn't understand me. Dun, 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 dun. It was great. On a very different note, I played Trevor this song in the car a while ago.
Okay.
Long
I'm trying
time
to
ago.
remember. I don't know if I remember.
It's a song called Hammering Heart by John Mark McMillan.
Oh, okay.
If you want to go on an adventure that feels like the full 12-hour extended edition Lord of the Rings trilogy, you need to listen to this 4-minute song by John Mark McMillan. It goes from acoustic, almost like Taylor Swift folklore,
Mm-hmm.
to dirty 80s synth,
Mm.
to, and this is literally part of the song, some Lord of the Rings orchestra. This is part of the end of a song I would consider a summer jam. And here it is. If that doesn't pique your interest,
Dude, that is awesome. I remember listening to that song. It is definitely an adventure. We talked about
Yeah.
John Butler Trio has
Yeah.
Oceans. That's very similar. I'm not going to put that in the playlist just because I think it's like a 12-minute song. I
Yeah.
don't feel like it deserves, but it's a really good song. I have one more like kind of rap R&B song that I want to throw in here because I think it's really, really cool. I'm going to play the clip just a little longer than maybe I should just because
Okay.
I feel like
don't sue us.
it deserves, but it starts out with a hymn. And so that's why I think
yeah.
it's like, I just think it's really cool. But I want you to hear kind of the way it starts because I think it kind of helps set up. This is by an artist named KB, and it's called 10K. It's called 10K. I don't think you can get sued over this.
I don't want to test that out.
You don't want to test that out? Here it goes. Here it goes. You ready? So that whets your appetite.
Yeah.
It takes that song and then it just goes with it. And it's really, really, really good. And I find it to be fun and uplifting. And again, kind of has that centered side. And for me, that's kind of an important genre. What are we at now? Like 13, 14?
That was 12.
Okay, so I need 2 more.
We each get to pick.
Okay.
Well, let's go 16, and let's each pick 2 more.
Each point. Okay, 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more.
Okay. I'm looking for a certain album,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Okay. I really hope this is a jam enough, but I love Josh Carroll's. He sounds
Yep.
like that guy who did Not in a Hurry. There we go.
Yeah.
This is probably his fastest, most aggressive song,
Okay.
and it sounds pretty subdued. It's called The Arrow,
Okay.
and it's great. It's Josh Carroll's, and I'm gonna play it somewhere from the middle. And here we go. That's all you get.
Dude.
Legally.
I
I have no idea.
No.
There's snipers on the roof waiting for me to play it 1 second longer.
I really like it. I really like it. I hope. I'm trying to. There's a song that I have that. I'm trying to find it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it right now. Should have looked it up before.
This is a great time in case when we release this podcast,
Yeah.
there are any more of them left. We are selling for our youth group for a summer trip to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
We're selling T-shirts. We are selling thermoses, tumblers
Tumblers.
with our logo on them. We have 2 different kinds of T-shirts. In case you're like, man, I wish I would have known about that earlier. You're behind my mom in sales. My mom has bought 2 tumblers. She doesn't even live here. Also, I'd like to say hi to half of our fan base. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
It's great to see you.
Dude, you're so funny.
They really are great tumblers. They're so good that somebody bought 2.
Dude,
And it's my mom.
they're high quality. They really are not. They're not cheapo ones. They definitely didn't. You
Yeah.
know, they didn't put that on like the, hey, this isn't what you want to actually use and just support them. You're like, I always did the like when I did youth fundraisers. I'm like, how
Yeah.
much money do you actually make from this? Oh, I don't want the thing. Here's $5 and just put it towards your cause. I
Yeah.
don't want to put the $20 towards your thing. How much
Yeah,
do you
I
actually
don't wanna
make?
get more junk
yes,
from this.
yes.
But this isn't junk.
Yeah, this
The
is not
tumbler
that.
is great.
This is not that. Nope.
And then the 2 T-shirts, I can vouch for the gray one that just has the Kingsway logo
Mhm.
and name on the front, and on the back says "Blessed to Bless" in the middle of our logo. That one is great. It looks good. It fits good. It's comfy. It's soft.
Yep.
It's dermatologist recommended. Yeah. And then the other shirt's great too. So go out and help support our youth group with those things.
I have a really fun song by a band called Johnny Swim
Ooh, yeah.
that it's called Ring the Bells. And you ever listen to Ring the Bells? Really enjoy Ring the Bells. Johnny Swim is one of my favorite bands. They're just great stuff. But this is just kind of the instead piece of their stuff that I think you'll like. If I can get it to play. Come on, phone. You got this. You got this, phone. Do your thing. No? Did our internet just go out? I think our internet just went out.
I haven't been using it, so
I
couldn't tell you.
shouldn't have been using it.
Pieces of my Jesus, take your counterfeits out. This means war, not the kind you're waiting for. We say mercy won't be rationed here. That's what we're fighting for.
Anyway, it's really good song. I think an amazing song that you could have in a playlist at any time. I think it's a healthy song, kind of a controversial one, but really good. Really good. Johnny Swim.
Yeah.
Ring the Bells.
For my last one.
Yeah, we have one more song. Okay, I gotta come
Only
on.
one. You have to pick the greatest song you know.
Oh gosh, don't do
Everything we know
Don't
about
build
you
it
will
up
be
like that. I'm
judged
like,
off of
oh my
this.
gosh, we're in trouble.
Better do a good one. I'm also really trying to pick a good one. I know what band I want to pick this song from.
Yeah.
I just don't know which song from which album I want to pick.
Yeah. I get it. I know there's a lot of songs to choose from. Now we're at the end of this playlist. I can feel
Now
myself kind of
the
going
pressure's
like,
ramping
okay,
up.
I have only one more choice. And I'm like, I don't know which choice to pick.
Okay.
I love certain songs a lot. Yeah. I mean, you got it?
I think I do. I'm gonna need
Uh-huh.
like a total of 3.
Okay, I have my last one. So
seconds.
if you want, I can just do my last one right now.
I'm gonna do. I'll do my last.
All
one.
right, go
I'm
ahead.
picking
Go
it.
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
One of my favorite bands of all time is called Citizens. They used to be a part of Mars Hill Church
Okay.
in Seattle,
Yeah.
and then that blew up.
Mm-hmm.
But they made it out of the burning building alive.
Yeah.
They're great. This whole first album, which is just self-titled, it's just called Citizens, is one of my favorites. It's when they were still making music for the church. Their albums now are still really good, but they're not specifically corporate worship songs. They're more like the Psalms, more personal, more, which is funny because the Psalms are corporate worship songs for the ancient Jews. Anyway, but this song, I think, as a summer jam, could be good. Anyway, it's called Made Alive. I'm going to play you 8 seconds.
I love that.
It's a
Dude, the
fun
way
little
that
jam.
sound, dude, that sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
I went really sentimental on my last pick, and it's definitely
Mama
not going to
by Boyz
have.
II Men.
It's not Mama by Boyz II Men, although that would be fitting. It's actually it's Fernando Ortega, and I don't know if you've ever heard Fernando Ortega, but his classic "Give Me Jesus," and it is so good, and it's just one of those grounding songs for me that I come back to. And it's just got this classic sound, really classic kind of feel. So here it is.
Jesus, you can have all this world. Give me Jesus.
Anyway, to
That's
me,
so good.
dude, it's such a good song in the morning. I mean, it really is like one of those, like, I will put it on
Yeah.
while I'm getting ready. I'll brush my teeth or whatever. And it definitely has kind of a relax, remember, and be grateful for what we've been given. So
It's a great song.
it is. It's classic good. Wow, this was fun. I really enjoyed this.
I did too.
I think it'll be it'll be beneficial for those that listen. I think we'll benefit from the comments. So if you're like, hey, throw out some songs we missed a lot. We didn't throw out, a ton. There's only 16.
What songs do you want to hear on here?
We may add some more offset that we're like, hey, whatever, that this one needs to be on there.
Yeah.
But we'll try to keep it, at a place where, like, take it, use it. We'll put it on Spotify. We may even make one on our YouTube channel as well, if we can pull that in. And thanks so much for tuning in. Like I said, comment, like the video if it helped you. Subscribe if you haven't, and hopefully you'll be around. Like I said, we're about to go on the chosen journey.
Yeah.
So be waiting and looking for a reaction to episode 1. And anything else you want to comment on, Ryan? You good? You excited for summer jams?
That was a pretty eclectic.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You want to talk about we went like
We
to
went
grandma's
everywhere.
house and back. I mean, through the woods and over the mountains. I hope you found yourself in one of those songs, and hope you check it out. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great and glorious day in the Lord. We'll see you later.
See ya.